y'all, welcome to the vid. Today, this is my cooking show. I'm Gordon Ramsay here. I'm gonna be showing you how I meal prep to gain weight and gain muscle. Yeah, because everyone's like, it's so hard to meal prep. I don't know how to meal prep. I'm not gonna lie. I just kind of like make food. I make it taste good. I put it all in a bucket, and then I devour it. That's my strat. So, today we're gonna be making mashed potatoes, ground beef. I don't usually do this, but I decided to pick up some mushrooms because it sounded good. So we're gonna be adding mushrooms to the ground beef, and then we're gonna be making broccoli. And then I'm also gonna show you how I make my protein smoothie in the morning, so you can get extra protein in the diet. This is the fit because we were just at church. I'm gonna back up. It's a quarter zip with some Nike Blazers and some jeans. So if you're wondering how do I meal prep, then this is a perfect video for you. And if you're not wondering how do I meal prep, I don't know, maybe this will give you a good idea. Excuse me, just ate lunch. This is pretty much exactly what I eat every single day. It is a lot of food. It's basically 2 meals per meal. But, you know, you gotta eat a lot you gotta eat big to get big, right? Yeah, let's get started. Alright, so first things first, we're gonna be peeling the potatoes and getting those ready to be mashed. I like to go with some beautiful Yukon Gold butter potatoes because they're really good for mashing. Current weight, if you're wondering, we're still trying to gain weight. I'm at like 170, 171, and chilling around there, maybe 169. Chilling around those 3 numbers day to day. So yeah, I haven't been eating this recently. I took a break because I was tired of eating so much. So I took a break. Just been making, chicken, potatoes every now and again, some broccoli. Like I'll just make food. I've been taking a break, but now we're back into the intense eating. And then we're gonna do some stuff to cut some weight. So for now, this is the quote-unquote bulking recipe. If you're trying to like cut, honestly, you could just eat less of this because it's good food, and it's pretty balanced. So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna get fat because there's too many carbs, there's too many calories. No, there's like hella protein in this, so it's pretty balanced. Anyways, time lapse now. Alright, so now that the potatoes have been all done, now that they have all been done, we are going to rinse them off and dice them into small pieces so that they can make sure that they get cooked evenly. So, just because the outside and the skins of the potato are a little bit dirty, I just like to wipe them off real quick or rinse them off in the sink. Just to make sure that any like extra dirt that might have gotten on my hands from peeling them can get off. Don't particularly enjoy eating dirt. Not my thing. Maybe it's yours, but it's not mine. Could dunk them all over here. And then I will grab that's a decent sized knife. Grab a decent sized knife. I'm gonna move you guys again. Hopefully there's nothing that says my address over here. I don't want you guys showing up to my house, personally. I grabbed this knife because we will be cutting up the mushrooms later, and I don't fancy getting another one. Looks sharp, it's kind of dull, so don't. Meh, you shouldn't be using a sharp knife, you're gonna cut yourself. Meh, don't cut like that. Shut up. I didn't ask. I try to make sure that they're all around the same shape, size, not shape. They're the same size. Doesn't matter because they're all getting mashed. And there's a reason why the Irish survived on potatoes, because they're literally the goat. And these ones especially, they have a decent amount of protein in them. I think per how many ever like the serving size is, it's 110 calories and 3 grams of protein, which is better than rice, because rice I don't believe has any protein. Or if it does, it's like very minuscule. Typically what I'll do is, so I'm allergic to dairy, I can't have any dairy, so I will bake this with bone broth, beef bone broth, and sometimes I'll throw in like chicken beef stock, which has a little bit more protein. Couldn't find any of that, so it's fine. Typically I'll do that when I'm trying to get more protein in, but I'm hitting pretty good macros, so I don't really need to worry about that. It's kind of like if they have it, great. If they don't, it's whatever. Shape doesn't really matter. Obviously, it's getting mashed. As long as it gets cooked well, I don't really care. I just don't really like clumps in my mashed potatoes, personally. Maybe you do. I don't know. I don't like to really chew my mashed potatoes. Think of this as kind of a shepherd's pie, I guess you could say. But again, no dairy, unfortunately. I had a little bit of dairy. I got a Philly cheesesteak pita from Pita Jungle, and that is making my throat feel not so good. But it's not enough where I'm worried about it. It's enough where it's mildly discomforting. If you have food sensitivities, don't be like me. Don't eat food that you're allergic to that give you mild anaphylactic issues. Or do. I don't know. I'm not your mom. I'm not going to tell you not to do something. Cortisol probably isn't good for your gains that you get from like having an anaphylactic shock. So, I don't know. Maybe that's something you could do a little bit better than me. Watch your cortisol levels. Okay. I'm going to drop this, because these take a while. I'm going to drop these on the stove. I'm going to get started with one batch of broccoli, and then we're going to have to turn it over, do a second batch of broccoli, and then get our meat done. Maybe I'll do the mushrooms before I do the meat. I don't know. I haven't really done the mushrooms before, so this is kind of a learn as we go. I'm very much a learn as we go type of guy. I kind of just experiment, and then if I find something I like, then I'll keep doing it. And if I find something I don't like, then I'll like change it until I do like it, or I'll just stop doing it altogether. There you go. It's over there. Look at my old wallpaper. All right, I got our broccoli. For anyone who says like, oh, maybe one of the excuses you have for not meal prepping is because you're like, I don't want to buy all that food all at once, it's expensive or whatever. That's a mildly valid statement, but I get everything from Costco in bulk. Literally, potatoes are from Costco, the broccoli is from Costco, I get it frozen organic, and then I'll show you the meat thing, hold on. Here's the package of meat I got, and the package of mushrooms I got. This is, I don't even know how many ounces, this is 24 ounces of mushrooms, and this is almost 6.5 pounds of beef. And total the beef was like 30 bucks. So if you buy a hamburger, a half-pound hamburger, and it's like 15 to 20 bucks, you could get like exponentially more beef for that burger that you just made or bought. I'm not your mom, so I'm not going to tell you what to do. But don't complain to me saying it's too hard, it's too expensive, because I know most people spend money on stupid things. I spend money on good food. Because good food makes me feel good. So we're just gonna dump. Yeah, we're gonna dump our water in here. Just make sure it gets like, it covers the potatoes. And dump some water in the broccoli too. Same deal. I make sure it covers all the broccoli. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. Toss the lid on here so that can cook faster. And real quick, where is it? Grab this. We like our Celtic sea salt because it's one of the best salts you can get. Health-wise, I suppose. Quality-wise, I don't even know. Drizzle some of that in there. Again, I don't do measurements. I just kind of eyeball stuff, and what works, works for me. What doesn't work, doesn't work. Before we let this sit, I'm going to actually put some butter in there. I don't season my broccoli. I just put butter in it, and that's about it. I don't know how much I've talked about it in my videos, but I live with a lot of like health issues, so, and like food sensitivities. So I grew up like eating pretty bland food because I inherited all of those from my mother. So if you ever wonder, how can you eat ground beef and broccoli and mashed potatoes every single day? It's because there's no other option. There's a quote, and it's life gets easy when life gets simple. And I have made meal prep for 2 years, and it's life gets easy when life gets simple. Yeah. Time to throw away all of our potato skins and then start dicing up that mushrooms. Let's get to it. Also, wooden cutting board, because we don't like microplastics in all of our food. Bad for your testosterone, if you didn't know. And no, I will not leave the dirty potato yuck on here. I'll wash it later. But I just want to get to cutting this, so I'm going to start that now. We need to rinse these off first. All right, get one of these Johns and dump this in here. Move this over here. Yeah, you can see. Just rinse these off. Which, for the most part, like, they should be fine. But, yeah. Cool. Alright. Mushroom time lapse now. Now that the potatoes have been done, or not the potatoes, sorry, the mushrooms, we're going to check on the potatoes and the broccoli. Getting kind of warm wearing this. I don't know how well the lighting is. I have auto ISO on, so hopefully it adjusts. I usually go until they're like a little bit lighter than that. I don't really like them super al dente. I like them more like soft. And then those bad boys, I'll let them sit for like a long while, honestly. I don't normally do the mushrooms, but it says saute in a blend of olive oil and butter. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna jizzle some of this. That might be a lot, I don't know. Well, we got a lot of mushrooms, it's probably fine. And then we're gonna take some butter. And just, usually I kind of blundered. Honestly, anytime I'm using a pan, I'll always make sure it heats up. But again, I blundered, and I didn't do that. So, yeah, it's kind of my bad. But it's whatever. any real chefs are going to see this and be like, oh my gosh, what is this kid doing? Holy crap. And then to that, I'll say, like, I don't know, I'm just having fun making food, trying out new things, to be honest. Well, this is actually a lot of mushrooms. A lot more mushrooms than I thought it was. Jeez. That's whatever, though. Oh! I lost 2, officially. Get tossed back in there. I really didn't think it was going to be this many mushrooms. This is a lot of mushrooms. Yeah, we're definitely going to need a little bit more oil, actually. Just freaking drizzle some of that on there. I don't really like the taste of olive oil, but it cooks things up real well. Probably nuke some butter on here. If I steam them, it won't be as good. I do know that for a fact. However, I want them all to be cooked evenly. So what I might do is I might start out with steaming and then finish up by like, I don't know, browning them, whatever. It's actually, might turn the heat down just a smidge. It absorbed all of that. No, I lost one. Come here. Come here. No mushroom left behind. There you go. I can already foresee it now. There's going to be so many people in the comments, or maybe just a couple, being like, you should have done this, or you should have done that. Again, I'm just having fun making food. It's really not that deep for me, I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm just here, bro. I'm just here, doing stuff, doing me. And you're just here, doing you, watching me. Maybe that was too much oil. Except, I don't think so, because this is really absorbing. Mushrooms are like sponges. Just sucking all that oil up. Like a fat person at McDonald's. Like, holy crap. I love linoleic, whatever the heck you say. However you say it. Acid. Or oil, whatever. Yeah, I don't even know. That word. Yeah, this is going pretty well, actually. I'm surprised. Smells good. Smells like mushrooms. Mushrooms, they add like that like meaty taste. It's just like it's a good taste. I don't know. Honestly, I think once I got a little bit older, like I just turned 18. But like when I was younger, I used to like really not like mushrooms. It was like a texture thing probably for the most part. But now that I'm older, I kind of mess with mushrooms like a lot heavier now. Mostly for like the health benefits. Like they're pretty good for you. I do know that. Can't think of like specifically why they're good for you. I'll put the information in, or I'll like voice over or something. But I do know they're pretty good for you. And they taste better than I used to think. So, I don't know, like, why not add them? Ugh, excuse me. My gosh. Ugh, that double meat Philly cheesesteak pita does not want to stay. It's causing me to burp a lot, so I apologize. Let me know in the comments if you guys enjoy this type of video where I'm literally just cooking and talking. I haven't done one of these in a while. Actually, I haven't done one of these, like, ever. Before I was a fitness YouTuber, I made, like, videos playing video games. I'm going to put some salt on here because that sounds like it would be top tier. Yeah, I made videos playing video games, so I'm kind of accustomed to talking a lot to, like, no one. Like, a camera, I mean. but that was a long time ago. So I'm like kind of getting back into it, but it's just hard because like the main place that I would be like talking is in a gym, and I feel like if I'm just talking in a gym when like I'm not recording with like Spencer or like one of my other friends or my brother, I just look crazy. So I'm not super comfortable doing that. Yeah, dude, this is turning out good. Like, yeah, this is turning out real good. And I'll have some extra. Sweet. Anyways, so yeah, let me know if, like, this more, like, I've done some voiceovers for you guys just so, like, I can provide some explanation into some of the stuff I'm doing. But let me know what you guys think of this video, if you guys find it helpful, if you guys enjoy watching it. I kind of just like making videos, honestly, and like if you guys enjoy watching them, I'll try to like make stuff that you guys like actually enjoy. So I'm always open to like ideas on like stuff to do. Like maybe it's like fitness challenges, or maybe it's, I don't even know. But yeah, I don't know, let me know. I'll let these go for a little bit more because I want to get them, I don't know, like not crispy, but just like more well done. Like softer. There's still some of them are a little bit hard. Okay, guys, so broccoli has been successfully transferred. I put it on that plate for now. So now that these mushrooms are getting more well done, they're not as big as before, which I think I might honestly just use them all. I might not save any. Had to get all of the dishes. They're big dishes as well. I'll show you guys. I'm throwing away all the mushroom stems. I'm trying to clean up a little bit so that I have less work afterward. See them right there? For reference, this is my hand. It's literally like the size of my hand around in diameter, or in circumference. It's pretty big. Pretty big. That's what she said. Dude, this is crazy how like much they've shrunk. When I put these in, it was like up here, like literally the top of the pan, and now it's like, it's literally like, it's like a sixth of that height. It's crazy. I'm gonna measure out my beef. I'm trying to do at least like a pound of beef per dish. So we're gonna actually measure out this beef real quick, which is actually one of my Christmas presents. Not the ground beef, this scale that I got from Amazon. Okay, zero that out. Oh wait, I'm not showing you guys. Hold on. Pardon me, pardon me. Probably seeing like a lot of my house right now. All right. There we go. This is I like this tripod because I'm like 6'1". It's nice that it can get everything in here in the frame. Move the freaking, there we go. So now that we've zeroed it out, quick macros. Per 4 ounces, it's 210 calories, and then 22 grams of protein. It is 88.12, and you can just get this from the back, the meat section at Costco. That's what I did today. So anyways, we're shooting for about 5 pounds here on this plate. That's 2 pounds. There we go. Sweet. I'm going to transfer these mushrooms because I would like to just start dumping the meat onto the pan. And because I'm cooking so much meat, I'm probably going to have to do it in multiple sections. That's kind of just something you have to expect or accept when you're meal prepping so much food, unfortunately. Ooh, I don't know if the camera picks up the real look of them, but they're a lot lighter. Anyways, oh no! The potatoes were overflowing. Anyways, took off the lid. They're good now. Okay. So, actually, I'm gonna try to make this 2.5 pounds. All right, cool. That is 2.5 pounds. So I'm gonna do this in sections. Could dunk this over there. I'm gonna get that started, and then we'll go back. So, as far as seasoning, what I'll use this, which is it's a steak seasoning. It has onion, garlic, salt, lemon pepper, honestly all the good stuff. So I'll drizzle some of that on there, and then I'll drizzle some more salt. And then honestly, sometimes I'll drizzle a little bit more pepper on there, just because I like pepper. Pepper is good. And then I'll drizzle like a little bit more onion. Oh, it also has paprika in it, that steak rub. I forgot about that one. And then I'll really just get into mashing. Let that sit for now. Head back over here. We'll dig in. Adjust, please. There we go, perfect. So there we go. There's another 2.5 pounds right there. So I'm getting, in just beef alone, 88 grams of protein. Some people might say, oh, well, you're not going to be able to absorb all that protein. My gains in physique say otherwise, so shut up. Anyways, I'll bring you guys back over here. Hold on. It's hard because I'm trying to use the parts of me that didn't touch ground beef, raw beef. Ugh. Ugh. There we go. Cool. You guys saw, well, you guys didn't really see, but I was seasoning this up real good. No, I lost some. Shoot. Crap, that's not good. I perfectly weighed this out. We cannot be losing any. These are for the gains. Let me retrieve him real quick. Ooh, that might be hot. Okay, let me see how I can do this. Grab a dull knife. Stick it in. Stick it. Dang it. Okay, well, new strat, just scooch it over so it's not in there. Okay, that's still hot. Never mind. Okay, then just scooch it over to an area that's less hot. Yeah, that's not hot. The heat transfer has not occurred yet. Going back in the pot. Back in the pot. And yeah, I mean, I'll just kind of cook this until it's all well and good. Completely browned all the way through. Keeping this on, I don't know, heat, a good heat. Quick poke. Yeah, those need more time. Drop this back on. Now that it's not overflowing. Alright, and we're back, and I'm not wearing my sweater anymore because it's hot in the kitchen. Yep. It's really hot. So like a couple more mixes. This is gonna be all good right here. Boom, 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 boom. Just wait for that to cook up real quick. Broccoli's done, so I'm going to actually take that off. Grab some oven mitts because these John's about to be hot. And I don't need to show you guys. Okay, that scared me. I'm going to drain out the water. The broccoli water. I was contemplating if I use it for in the, what do you call it, in the potatoes. But I don't know, I just kind of decided against it. It's fine. So I'm just going to put that in there. Don't need to put the lid on that. That'll be fine. But I am going to move this over. And then I'm going to move this off the hot burner so it doesn't burn up anymore. Because it doesn't need to be cooking anymore. It's high-key good. Yeah. Good amount of broccoli there. Alright. All this is good. I tossed in the mushrooms. I don't know if I showed you guys doing that. Or me doing that. But I did that. I don't know. I don't feel like that's important. I just, part of the mushroom is that it enriches the flavor of the meat, and you kind of want to do that while it's still around. So I'm just going to take one of our Tupperwares for now as our holding unit for this beef. It'll get dispersed evenly, but I kind of just need somewhere to put it so I can get the other batch of beef going. It's kind of crazy. Like, I've become such a carnivore at this point. Like, I'll crave the ground beef. It's kind of insane. Got the steak seasoning. Kind of just lightly powder the top. Good. Come up here into the other spice rack. Grab the onion powder. Drizzle a little bit more on. Go over here. Grab our salt. Drizzle a little bit more salt on. That's probably all good. And then we're just going to drizzle a little bit of extra black pepper. Just like so. Now that that is done, just going to mix it all up. Just grab a fork or a knife and just poke these potatoes to make sure that they're fully done. If they go in easy and if they break apart, they're all well and good, which they are. Boom. Just like that. Just like that. Cool. Now this has been all good and strained. There's still a little bit left, but that's perfectly fine. Keep it moist. Some chicken broth. Again, I can't have dairy, but normally if you were making this as someone who has dairy or who can have dairy, I would go with milk because it makes it creamy, and honestly, dairy tastes so good. I've risked my life to have a couple milkshakes. So, yeah, that's a fun fact about me. Not proud of it, but milkshakes taste good. But I can't have butter. I know someone's going to be like, but you're having butter. Butter's a dairy product. That is true. Butter is a dairy product, but I don't know. It's just made differently, so I can have that. My sister walked into the cooking show. That was her laughing. I'm teaching the people how to meal prep. Well, I was saying that I use chicken broth because I can't have butter, or I can't have milk, I can't have dairy. And then I was like, someone's probably going to be like, well, actually, you just use butter, so you're lying, you can have dairy. And I was like, well, it's different. I don't know, it's just different. Well, I use them to pin up my hair, and now if I take them out, my hair is going to, like, flop. You're being very critical. I don't appreciate it. Oh, I might have put a little bit too much chicken broth in there. Potato masher. Yeah, oh, dang it. Definitely added too much chicken broth. It's high-key unfortunate. Well, I don't know, it might be alright. It's like a soup. My sister distracted me. Normally, I'd put the adequate amount of chicken broth in there. Get this a little bit more brown, and then I'll toss in the mushrooms. You don't want to do it too soon, because then the mushrooms get overdone while the beef's getting done. So you kind of have to get the right timing. Then with your potatoes, kind of just keep going until it's good consistency. That's probably good enough. I'm gonna dump the rest of these mushrooms in there. Oh, there's still a little bit more on the plate. Cool. Who knows? Maybe the mushrooms will be a staple of the meal prep now. I don't know. I will most certainly edit this video in like 2 or 3 weeks, so I don't even know. I'll put a little, whatever you call it, little closed caption if I like it or if I don't. Okay. Actually, that was honestly the perfect amount of chicken broth. I know you guys probably can't see it, but that's like, it probably looks super yellow on the camera. It's not. It's a normal shade of yellow. Now we'll just add a little bit more salt. Just like that. Cool. Mix the salt in real good. I kind of, next time, I might toss an onion in here, like actual onion. Because onion, if you don't know, is also great for your testosterone. But I kind of, I don't know, I thought about it, and then I was like, I don't know. I probably will next time, though, because that actually sounds pretty good. Like, if I saute them beforehand, like, I could saute the mushrooms and then the onion together, like a whole onion. It wouldn't even have to be a lot, but it would just be, like, enough. And then I do the same thing where I mix it in with the beef. That might actually turn out really well. That might be the play. Cool. That's about done. Turn this off because beef continues to cook even after you turn it off. And it'll keep doing that because beef holds its internal temperature super well, but also because of the cast iron pan. So I'm going to actually move this back just a wee bit. Another good mix. So, I don't know, I just kind of use my hands. Again, it's not really a precise science. I know one day to another, it doesn't really matter. If like one day has slightly more broccoli, I'm not gonna die. My physique is not gonna like transfigure. I don't even like freaking like no. Have a healthy idea of how food works. That's not how that works. Okay, so you can see. I'll just raise one of these so you can get a good idea. Most of that is beef protein. Now it's time. I'll shift you guys back over. Ka-dunk. We're gonna drop all of that into here. Just like a shepherd's pie. Yep. Boom. Boom. Shepherd's pie. Again, I kind of just eyeball it. I'm the king of eyeball. That's, I don't know, that looks about, for the most part, pretty even. Pretty happy with that. I'm going to try some. Probably could have used a little bit more salt. It's pretty sweet. But it'll even out because there's a lot of seasoning in the beef. So, yeah. Again, I just kind of like mess around with food until I like it. Like, I've gotten to a point where I really like how I make my beef. That's pretty good. I like that. So, mess around. See what spices you like. Do what combinations you like. This is just what I do. In case some of you are probably wondering. So I'll freeze 2 of these and then leave the other 2. Jeez. turn around, a little bit better lighting. Leave the other 3 in the fridge so I can just grab and go. Whatever you're doing in life, make sure you have good nutrition. You'll feel a lot better. You'll think a lot better. So yeah, there's that. I'm trying to think like what else. It's kind of yeah. I don't know. I do a lot in my day. I work right now. I guess I'm going to school for 5.5 hours every day, and then I'm also working about 8 hours, 3, sometimes 4 days of the week. So, and then the days I'm not working, those long shifts, I am in the gym for 2 to 3 hours. So it's really important, excuse me, making sure that you're fueling your body, giving it everything that it needs to perform optimally so you can do all the things that you want to do. I'll show you like a little snippet what I burn on a Saturday, and literally all I did was like some stuff around the house and then work. I burned like 3,000 calories just from doing that. So this right here, I'll put up like basically what I think the macros are. And yeah, that's you know, what I do to fuel my body. Anyways, if you guys found this helpful, I don't know, like, subscribe, suggest other things to do that you'd like to see me do. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Deuces.